Well, I had a whole video plan I was going to go over. I stopped recording individual modifications, but I was going to do a video of everything done. That did not happen. So here's what happened. I went outside. I've had a week of recluse issues, a whole week of recluse issues. It feels like it's stuck, like it's not the right size recluse for this basket or something. I don't know. It's not, when I put it into first gear, it stalls. And so I've done everything I thought was necessary. You know, I followed the instructions to a T. And this is not my first recluse I've installed. I've installed in the Husky too, and it's been fine. But I followed the instructions. The area I'm stuck in now, I'm not looking for feedback, because by the time you've seen this, I've already fixed it. Free play gain does not work. In neutral, when you give it throttle, it's supposed to move the clutch lever a little bit. That doesn't occur. That does not happen. So whatever is broken about that, when I put it into first gear, it stalls. And with the clutch slave adjuster all the way out, all the way in, it still stalls. I've been dealing with this for a whole week, to the point now where the clutch slave gasket I bought from Beta doesn't work anymore. It just leaks. Now it's leaking transmission fluid out of the master clutch slave cylinder seal. That's the first issue. I'm very, very, very tempted to go back to the stock clutch, just to take that off my list for now, just to remove that issue, like just to get it where, okay, I can test ride it. Today was my last Hail Mary of attempting that. I went through last night, I reinstalled the recluse again, I retorqued all the bolts. I checked everything. I went through everything. I followed the instruction manual again, bled the clutch slave cylinder piston, got everything installed up, torqued to the right torque specs, went through another half bottle of brake fluid, of .4 brake fluid, and nothing. I went outside. Free play gain does not work. So recluse is on my shit list right now. I think I'm just going to go back to the stock clutch pack, simply because I have to. I can't keep troubleshooting this. It's almost September. I bought this 2 months ago, or over 2 months ago now. Second issue, which is a new one this morning, is I got it up to operating temperature to do the replay test, and coolant started spewing everywhere. Everywhere. The first coolant leak came from this fitting here, this upper banjo fitting where the Trailtech speed sensor is. That's the first leak came out of. And then when the water impeller started really kicking up some pressure, I think this banjo is where the rest of it came out, right there. I believe that's where the rest of it came out. I can't be sure though, because it kind of trickled all the way down. I say a lot of coolant. It was probably 3 or 4 ounces total that came out over the course of a minute. So it's a small leak. Is it a fin leak? Or is it a hose leak? I'm going to tighten up the hoses and try it again. So I have work to do. It's Wednesday. So among my day job, I wanted to ride this thing this summer. Between my day job, and frankly, I'm being a little bit selfish because I work this weekend, I work next weekend, I work the weekend after, which is Labor Day weekend. So I will be able to ride this 4 weeks from now. But I was hoping to get an after work ride in. That's what this is for. This is for after work, class 4 road rides, local rides, where I can just come on the dirt bike, play around in the woods for an hour, then come home and go to bed. Not that you say you can't ride the Beta in September. I'm just annoyed that basically we're over halfway into August and I still have 2 pretty serious issues. I can't I'm very frustrated right now. I guess thus is the frustration of a bike build like this, where you are chasing down problems. I just have a whole day of work ahead of me in meetings, and this is going to be down in the basement leaking out transmission fluid into a thing. I've thrown so much money at this bike that I can't give up now. It's just in the moment I'm very frustrated. And I guess the one criticism I can say, like from the peanut gallery, is, man, you put a lot of money into like go fast bits and pretty stuff, and you're diagnosing radiator fins and, you know, radiator hoses. You've lost sight of the important stuff. Honestly, no. I've installed radiators and radiator braces and coolant hoses before. This is my third Recluse I've installed. So to have lost the plot here, I guess I consider those to be done deals. Throw the Recluse in, adjust free play, and ride it. Put the radiator back on, top it with coolant, torque the hoses down, ride it. It's just those were like supposed to be July things, not August things. So I'm going to take the tank off, which is a bitch to install, by the way. Take the tank off, take the plastics off, take the seat off, and tighten up all those hose clamps. Put the tank back on and see if I can eliminate the coolant issue without having to do a lot of serious work. That's step one. Step two, probably put the OEM clutch pack back in and have that there for a couple of days to make sure that no issues arise, like no other issues happen. That's its own issue that can be diagnosed over the winter if I want to. All right, that's the update. Long ass video for me staring at this thing. But hey, wait, while we're here, I gotta get to work. I got coffee making upstairs. Shark fin, rear brake rotor shark fin guard is installed. Looks nice. It'll protect the rear rotor. I had a front one on my old bike. I don't need a front guard, a front, aluminum piece, but this is super nice. And I had one in my last beta, and it was pretty beat up. So there's that. In addition, we have some ASV levers installed. This had ARC levers before, and I love the ASV levers. Have this adjuster on them. That's a really, really nice adjuster. They're just nicer. They're nicer than the ARC levers that was replacing. And so I didn't need to have red levers. That's not the purpose of this, but I like, this is not fully tightened down yet, but I like these on the Husky a lot. They've been really, really good to me, and these are identical to those. So I'm super happy about having ASV levers on this bike. They're just really, really nice. Double take mirrors are installed. Is that already a video? I don't know. The Recluse cover guard is installed. That could be why I have a leak. That's coming off in a few minutes. I'm going to replace it with the OEM bolts. But that's there. Yay. It's still leaking. Yeah, see? It's leaking actual transmission fluid from this side. Yay. And then we have the Cerebus kind of front disc guard. It's plastic. It actually makes a terrible noise when I roll it around because the disc guard goes into the hub. It replaces the spacer, and it makes kind of I greased it, but it makes a weird sound. I don't know. And then we have the magnet installed and the front brake stainless steel brake line installed, which is honestly not really in a great place, but I think I'm gonna do a video on that one. What else? That's it. Let's go ahead and get this goddamn slave cylinder guard out of here, put the OEM bolts back in, and maybe that will stop our leak.